In this video, we're gonna talk about if I'll ever get used to living down here in Florida, especially this time of year during Christmas. It's a lot different than it is back in Jersey. As you know, in Jersey, it gets really cold and we get snow. And down here in Florida, well, as you can see, I'm wearing this hoodie just because I didn't have anything else to wear, and actually my white t-shirt shrunk. So I'm just wearing this. But I'm doing this video because in case you're having doubts about relocating and how things are gonna feel during the holiday season, well then this video is for you. So I'm gonna show you things you can do down here in Naples on a complete budget, and you might not even have to pay anything at all. So let's start off with right here. We're on the 5th Avenue in Naples on a night like this, and it's beautiful out. And all you have to do is just go for a stroll, get some ice cream, go to a restaurant, or go bar hopping, whatever it is that you like. Or you can just go and enjoy the sights and sounds. And they've even got their first annual Christmas tree display. They have it themed out. They have a Grinch one, they have an Elf one, they have one from Frozen. I know my daughters would love that. So this place is just jumping this time of year. But the question is, will I ever acclimate? Will I ever get used to living down here where we don't get the cold weather and the grumpy people? You might just have to stick around to get the answer for that. But first, let's go check out some of these really cool spots together. I've never been to half of these things, so you'll be experiencing with me for the very first time. So come on guys, let's go. Let me just start off by telling you that in Naples, you meet some characters. As we're walking to the main strip carrying our camera equipment, we were stopped by this gentleman who's been traveling across the country with his 2 pet macaws. But instead of me telling you, you gotta check this out for yourselves.
50,000 miles since December last year.
What are the names?
Big Bird and Dino.
Big Bird and Dino.
Let me bring them out because it's
They're parrots?
These are macaws.
Macaws?
Yeah. These are green wing macaws. Step up. Oh, you're so good. Come on. Step up. Oh, you're such a good girl.
How long have you had them?
These are my wife's birds for 20 years.
Wow.
She passed away last year. We bring happiness to the world. A Big Bird lets 6-month-old babies kiss her on the head. They post it to Instagram.
Wow. Look at that.
Step up. Give her a kiss. Hands down. Just kiss her.
Look into my eyes. You will see.
One more time. Hello. Give her a kiss.
Sorry, that scared me.
You've kissed uglier people than that. I don't know what you're backing up for. Give her. Now hold the kiss.
everything I do it for you.
That's so funny.
Now they have their own Instagram, Dino Big Bird, okay? Now they're gonna live for another 40 years.
Yeah, they do.
I'm 62. I'm gonna die. I'm trying to get them out there so some rich people will take care of them. These guys haven't been in a cage in 2.5 years. Any exposure you can give us?
Absolutely. I'll throw
Anything they eat, I get a that's good.
Really?
If I give them a Skittles, it's like, that's good. Is that good? And they go like, is that good? So I need, there's a commercial out there for them. You know, I'm like Red Weather Wax. You know, he managed Lassie. You know, and basically this is Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, and I'm just Brian Epstein before the overdose.
Well, that was the highlight of our day. So this is the first annual Naples Players Christmas tree show. And just to sum it up for you guys, the Naples Players is a theatrical community, and they wanted to raise money this year because obviously they haven't been able to sell out their shows or even open up for the most part. So they felt that making theatrical themed Christmas trees would be a good idea to put on display for people to come out and check them out. So me, unknowingly, went there to shoot some video, and I found out that this is the first year they're doing this. You know, it's a great little experience, and I can see this being a yearly thing that families come out to and actually spend some time in. And plus, it's for a great cause. They actually had some really cool trees. They had the Little Mermaid, they had Elf, they had 42nd Street, they had Frozen, they had all types of Christmas trees themed out just like the movies and the plays. Now, as we step outside, we see that they've spared no expense whatsoever on hooking up their Christmas tree, parking a Porsche Taycan right outside the Naples Players Theater. So after you and your family take pictures with Santa Claus, you can just go on a casual stroll right down 5th Avenue. It is really nice, guys, the way they did this. I've never seen anything like this in a downtown before. The city really does take pride in making sure that no detail is overlooked. This place looks something straight out of a movie or a fairy tale. They must have used over 1 million bulbs on this street because it starts from the beach all the way to the end of 5th Avenue. It's just simply amazing. Or you can just go out and do some window shopping, exactly like I did, and check out some of the crazy art that Naples has to offer. If you're in a rush to get somewhere, well, driving down 5th Avenue is not the place for you. But if you have a really nice car or a motorcycle and you want to show it off and rev the engine, well, then this is the place where people go and show it off. You're going to see everything from classic cars to Lamborghinis and Ferraris, all up and down this street. So if you're a car lover, you definitely want to come check this place out. So after we've built up an appetite from filming so much, of course, we got to get something to eat. And I did mention it was going to be on a budget, so I'm taking you to Tulio restaurant, which is one of the most highly rated restaurants in all of 5th Avenue. But I know what you're thinking, this is going to break the bank, but not at all. Let me show you guys how you can have a great dinner and still be under $100. So the first thing we did was start off with a house salad and some complimentary bread and diced tomatoes and peppers. They were so good. And the salad was amazing. The bread, fresh made right there in the restaurant. And the wine, don't even get me started. That was some really good wine. And I'm a big pizza fan, so I better be impressed with this pizza. And absolutely, it was great. The pizza was wood-fired, thin, crispy. The mozzarella and the marinara tasted fresh like it was just made this morning. And the meatballs, forget about it. These were some of the best meatballs I've ever had. Not only that, but just take a look at this presentation. I mean, come on, they gotta be good if they look this good. So dinner at Tulio's was truly amazing. I don't know if it was the 2 glasses of the Nebello or however you pronounce it. I can't even remember now. But it was one of the best Italian restaurants I think I've ever been to. And a lot of people like to say there's no nightlife in Naples, but that couldn't be further from the truth. As you can see, it's pumping out here and it's almost 10 o'clock. With that being said, it's time to party. So let's see what the locals are doing. I'm doing the leg guitar and just having the time of my life. And as you can see, we've got an outdoor musician pumping out all the greatest songs. The locals are just having a blast. And if you guys think that there's really no one out here on the streets this time of night, well, you're going to be wrong. There's actually a lot of people who are still out here having a great time. And they even got crazy locals that are just driving around with bicycles that they hooked up with Christmas lights. And I think it was really cool. It made me want to go out and put Christmas lights on my bicycle and join them. And you can tell the people here are just having a great time and just loving life. Of course, no night will be complete without a little ice cream. Let's see how it is. Cookies and cream, of course. What's your favorite flavor? Leave it down below. So far, what I've experienced here in downtown Naples in this one night really is making me scratch my head and wonder, why would I ever want to go back to Jersey? Why wouldn't you want to live down here? I haven't visited too many places that offer this type of atmosphere. Personally, I've never experienced that in New Jersey. I've been in different places. Maybe California comes really close, but so far, the weather, the atmosphere, the people, the lifestyle, it's all you could ask for in one place. But you know what? Let's go ahead and check out some of the other things that Naples has to offer this time of year because, hey, we're brand new here and we don't want to just make a decision based on one night. Our next stop leads us to the community of Victoria Park in northern Naples. What they've done here is something like I've never seen before. Yeah, everyone can light up their house with Christmas lights, but what this community decided to do was actually light up the entire neighborhood. And I mean block after block after block. It just gets crazier and crazier. I've never seen anything like this before, so I had to take you guys to experience it with me firsthand. And the beauty of this whole experience is that it's completely free and it brings the neighborhood together. You see people driving around in their golf carts. Even though it's a beautiful experience, it must be very hard to get in and out of your house this time of year. Earlier in this video, I mentioned that people still go to the beach and to the pool this time of year, but I wanted to see for myself that this was really true. Today is December 21st and there's clearly people on the beach. This is the iconic Naples Pier, and I wanted to give you guys a first-hand experience on what it feels like to actually walk the entire pier. As many times as I've ran here, walked here, and visited here, or even fished here, I never get tired of it. And plus, you meet the coolest people. You meet people who are locals and you meet people who are just passing through. As a matter of fact, I met a really nice young man named Daniel, and he wanted to give us his experience of why he likes Naples so much. Not only that, but he comes here to volunteer his time so he can help pelicans that have been snagged by the hooks of the fishermen. So I ran into Daniel here at the pier, but the thing about Daniel is that he's not from Naples. He's actually from California, but this is his 4th time coming down here. Daniel, can you tell us why you come down here so often?
You don't want to waste $1,000 going on a charter and catching a...
You can do it right off the pier, right?
Yeah, you can just
Free.
do that. These are called pilchards.
How do you like the weather here as opposed to California?
It's always warm except for like 2 days when it was like the coldest this season.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught here?
I've had a huge bonita on. I did not see it, but I had him on. I
Nice.
put my rod right on the side, left it there with a sabiki on it, no bait, just sabiki and spoon on the bottom. And then 5 minutes later, my drag starts ripping like zzz. And I freak out and I go to it, have them, lost them. So when you bring in these pellies, it's pretty hard. Okay, that was pretty bad. I don't recommend wrapping it around just because you need like 2 people. Let's just pretend he has a bird. He brings it right over here. It's gonna fly off, try to run away because it doesn't know it's being helped. Once you finally got it up, you just go like that. Get them in. Sometimes they actually just jump off. You just wanna... Okay, so you get them up. Pretend this is the beak. Try to snap at you. Distract it. Grab it. Hold on to it, and then unhook it. Hold him over, then just toss him off, and hopefully he'll fly away.
So tell me, does it feel like Christmas down here in Naples with this warm weather?
No, I don't even know if it's Christmas.
It doesn't even feel like it, right?
It can be summer, January, whatever.
It's always nice.
It's always nice. You'll see tons of people here.
That's a good
There'll
tip.
be people all over
All
on
lined
both
up?
sides. All lined up. They'll all be stacked together. They're not even social distancing. I don't care about social distancing.
Oh, yeah, no one does here.
Yeah.
It's been truly amazing meeting all the people here on the pier today, but we have to go because time's running short and we have to get to our next spot. For our last stop, we're here at Naples Botanical Garden. And even if you don't love plants, you're gonna appreciate this place, believe me. It is just amazing and breathtaking. I can't really put it into words, and this video is probably not gonna do it any justice, but I'm gonna try anyway. So what they do this time of year is lights in the garden, where they completely transform the landscape here by illuminating it with all different kinds of lights, and it looks pretty damn cool if you ask me. I wasn't able to get us tickets to come here at night and shoot because there's about a 2-week waiting period right now, and since the pandemic, there's a limited amount of people that are allowed to come. So what did I do? I just came really late during the daytime hours so that way I could try to capture some of the lights for you guys to check out. Now, hopefully I'm gonna overstay my welcome just a bit and try to get you guys a little bit more footage. So let's just keep our fingers crossed for that one. So remember what I said about staying in budget? Well, if you come down to the Botanical Gardens, it's only gonna cost you about 20 bucks, and they have discounts for seniors, for children, for groups. But if you're gonna come to see the lights in the garden, then you're probably gonna spend a little more money, and you gotta book it about a week at least in advance, especially this time of year. Well, it ends at the middle of January, so you better hurry up. And the other thing I want to mention to you is that these places are only open because of the generosity of the sponsors and people who come to the parks. So with that being said, all the proceeds that this video makes will be donated every time it hits $1,000 to the Naples Players and the Botanical Gardens here in Naples. So if you guys want to play your part and make sure that this place makes as much money as possible, well, comment, like it, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to this video to make sure you get more engagement so more people can see it and we can raise more money. You guys, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes here for you. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. So what I've shown you so far are the things that people do down here in Naples for Christmas. These are some of the more popular events. Which one of them was your favorite? Leave it down below and let me know what you thought of it. But what I do want to talk to you guys about right now is what I started this video with. Initially, in the beginning of this video, I said, will I ever get used to living in Florida, or Naples in particular for me, because that's where I currently live? And the answer to that is absolutely, but I'd get used to living just about everywhere. I'm a very adaptable person, and it's not because of the weather, it's not because of the income, it's not because of the cost of living or anything like that. The reason why I'm adaptable is because I've learned over the years just to be grateful for what we do have instead of always wanting what we don't have. What I do want to remind you guys out there is that today we have our loved ones and we have the things that we take for granted, and tomorrow that could all change in the blink of an eye. So if this video did anything for you other than show you some beautiful landscapes here in Florida, after this video is over, tell somebody in your house or pick up the phone and call them and tell them that you appreciate them and you love them. And it doesn't really matter where in the world you live, as long as you're with them, you're at home. Okay, the cheesiness is over, so now let's get back to the topic at hand. Some of you are considering moving down to Florida, and if you are, that's awesome. If you want to check out more videos that'll educate you on the process, you're going to want to click on one of the videos on the screen right now. But before you go, don't forget to click subscribe and join the tribe and share this video with anyone who you think would find it helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.